What's up, what's up, what's up, my beautiful, diverse American people? It's Monday, it's Super Bowl week, and it's going to be a great game. I don't know if you guys got to watch some of the Grammys last night, but Bad Bunny, again, what a night. Spectacular. For all the performers and the winners, it was just a wonderful night of love, of talent, of the beautiful, beautiful, talented American diversity that makes us the greatest country in the world. Today, I want to talk a little bit about immigration. And I want to put, an end to some of the stupid shit that comes out of the mouths of some of these morons, some of these beta boy bitches who fell ass backwards into wealth, declared themselves geniuses because nobody else would. So, immigration is something that I hate to break it to you, MAGA bitches. Nobody has a problem with immigration. Immigration is not a problem. Everybody understands that we are a nation of laws, and immigration is part of those laws. That's not a question. It has always been a part of our country. It has always been a thing that the government enforces. What is different are the tactics. And that is why the American people are opposed to what is happening. It's not about immigration. Nobody wants criminals on the streets. Nobody wants drug rippers. Nobody wants any of that. That is stupid, ridiculous mumbo jumbo spoken by idiots and criminals to get the rubes up in arms because they think that Democrats want crime and they want that. The only ones that want crime are the lawyers who benefit from the crime, and most of them are Republican. The only ones building prisons for crime are the Republicans. So they're the ones who are all about crime. They love crime. They're the one who elected a criminal. So don't tell me that it's about crime. And don't tell me that it's about immigration. Because immigration has been a part of every administration, of every president, everything since the beginning of the country. Never before have Nazi tactics been used to do the job. That's the difference. That's what the narcissists don't see. You see the man, the whole man guy, stand over there and say, oh, it's hard because they can't go to restaurants because they're getting spit on, because it's just terrible that they. Yet, no acknowledgement to why Americans are reacting that way. They accept no responsibility for what they do because they're narcissists. They just focus on the reaction to what they're doing. Because I assure you, if they were acting professionally, if they were acting with kindness and love and doing things professionally, nobody would be protesting, because I don't remember any protests like that, this scale during Obama. Yeah, there might have been a couple of little people protesting, and that one young man that's on video that told them that you have the power, and he said, no, and they're trying to kick him out. I said, no, don't kick him out. Let me explain to the young man. Because that's leadership. So every administration has had immigration. Nobody wants open borders. That has never existed. That has never happened. What has happened is people coming to the greatest nation on the planet looking for opportunity. And because it is a broken system that could have been fixed, but they decided not to fix it, to do this, because there was already a bipartisan agreement to fix the major issues with immigration, and they shot it down because they wanted this. They wanted to terrorize the American people because that's what fascists do. So it's time. It's time to put an end to this shit. They are going to do everything they can to cancel the midterms. That is operation number one. Everything moving forward is going to be to disrupt, delay, postpone, suspend the midterms, because they know that they're not going to win. In Texas, there was a small election. The Democrat wiped the floor with the Republican. That beta boy bitch endorsed. Lost by 15, 16%, 16, whatever. So they know that the American people don't want any of this. Specifically, white America. Intelligent white America does not want any of this. So it's time to put an end to this shit. The narcissist only sees the response to what they do. They're not seeing that what they're doing is causing the American people to go out on the street. They don't see the cause and effect there. They just see the effect. Oh, because we're being attacked. We are getting spit on. Yeah, if you acted like human beings, if you acted like a professional law enforcement operation, which this is not. These are people they've specifically recruited from white supremacist websites, convicted criminals, J6 insurrectionists, outlaw bounty hunters, and people directly out of prisons that they've given the option to get their records cleared and carry a gun and a badge or return to the life that they will be arrested again. That's the option they're given. To serve and become a hero or go back to being a criminal. So now they're criminals with badges and guns. And we see the effects of these policies. So enough of that stupid shit. We need leadership driven by love and intelligence, and enough of this beta boy bitch stupid barking ignorance and hatred towards fellow Americans and humanity at large. So it's Super Bowl week. Let's get ready. Let's get ready to kick ass, watch a great game, enjoy that Super Bowl como nos lo vamos a disfrutar todo el mundo entero va a disfrutar de ese halftime show. The entire world is going to enjoy that halftime show. Todo el mundo con corazón y con inteligencia. Everybody with love and intelligence is going to love that Super Bowl halftime show. And we're going to dance. So God bless you. I love every single one of you. I don't care the color of your skin. I don't care where you came from. I don't care how you got into the country. I care that you love this country. I'm George Delara. My friends know me as JD. I say I'm the good JD. And I want to be our next president. Not a billionaire, not a millionaire, not a politician, not anything, not a socialist, not a communist, not a libertarian, nothing other than a fucking American who knows that we can do better than these beta boy bitches who fell ass backwards into wealth, declared themselves geniuses, and are wreaking havoc on the founding fathers' vision of a nation built on freedom. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. So we're going to put an end to this shit. Somehow they took control of our country. I don't think they won. I don't think he was shot. It's all been a grift. A detailed, programmed grift right out of the Project 2025 malevolence and being imposed on this beautiful nation. We ain't gonna have it. Because united is what they fear most. That's why they want to divide us and pit one against the other, because they know the power and strength of our nation was in those three little words they put bigger than anything else. We the people. And Abraham Lincoln said it best. We are the rightful masters. Not a president. Not to overthrow the Constitution, but to overthrow the men who would pervert our Constitution. And we see a daily perversion by these cowards. Beta boy bitch cowards, followers, trying to impose a Putin Castro dictatorship. We ain't gonna have it. So let them have their little fun. They're gonna kill a few of us. And thank you again, white America, man. You guys don't need to be out there, but you know right from wrong. And that's why you're out there. And again, from the bottom of my heart, I thank every single one of you. And I love you guys. I love you so much, man. Because you are the definition of that founding fathers' vision of that nation built on freedom. You personify that. Every one of you white Americans that are out there protesting for us, for people who look like me, because they're not going after you. They're not going after you. The Supreme Court didn't say it's okay to hunt people who are white. They said it's okay to hunt people who are brown. And by the languages que hablamos. Porque como son idiotas, no saben hablar múltiple idioma. That's why with one of my first executive orders, I'm going to have free translators for every American. So that no one can ever say they want somebody removed from their families, from their jobs, from their livelihoods, from their lives. Because you dumb fucks don't understand what they're saying. In whatever language. Translators will have 100 languages pre-programmed in it. So you dumb fucks don't have to say that ever again. And mind your own fucking business. Like it should have been. But I've talked about it in previous videos. We were attacked. That say something, see something, say something, saved us, caught the terrorists. But it didn't stop there. It went beyond that. It wasn't what is your neighbor doing in his garage, it's what does your neighbor have in his pants, in her pants. Who are they sleeping with? That really ain't nobody's fucking business. Falls under the nunya category. So beta boy bitches and their nosy little need to know began to fester the ignorance and hatred towards people who look different than them. And we were here before them. That's the irony there. That's the irony that we were here before. So enough of that shit. I love everybody. And that rainbow mafia of every single color, every single nationality, every single background is bigger and more powerful because we the people comprise it. Time to flex. Time to flex are we the people. Listen, we've had military leaders, we've had political leaders, we've had an actor, we've had a P.T. Barnum bullshit grifter take the presidency. What we've never had is one of us. A regular middle-of-the-road American. We don't need a captain of industry because we see what they do. They're all bought, they're all part of the monopolies, so we don't need one of them. We don't need a religious leader because, like the founding fathers said themselves, religion is no part of government. So we don't need a religious leader at the top of our government. We don't need a corrupt billionaire because we've seen they're just about greed and theft and everything is transactional and they think everything is about being rich. Yeah, they're so rich. Meanwhile, you can't feed your kids. so that we don't need any of those. What we need is one of us. Someone who's lived the American struggle. Someone who has done everything possible to succeed, yet couldn't because of the system that was there, designed to make you fail. We have a system that is designed to make you fail, not succeed. So we need someone who's overcome that and is still here, still loving the country, still loving every single one of you, despite not being the captain of industry, not being the success that they deem as successful. Because to me, if you're a good human being and you give of yourself more than you take, I think that is the biggest success. If you've been taking and taking and taking and hoarding and became a billionaire because you've taken so much, I don't see the honor in that. I don't see the goodness in that. I see the greed and the beta boy bitch of that. So I see things very differently. Always have. So I only want to be a president for 4 years. I don't need more than that. Just 4 years. Because after that, I'd be too old. I'm not interested in any wealth from being president. I don't want planes. I don't want gifts. I don't want anything other than the salary that will be the best fucking job I've ever had. And I'm going to work like it's the best fucking job I've ever had. That's the kind of president we need. Someone who's going to honor the office, not grift out of it. Someone who's that money's going to change their lives. Not somebody who's going to give it away because they're stealing billions out of your pockets. It's a different mentality. It's leadership driven by love and intelligence for you, the American people. Not a small handful of billionaires to continue to rape, pillage, and plunder this nation built on freedom. So we need to change course. We need to return to that founding fathers' vision of a nation built on freedom that we never really have gotten to. We were close. Because I'm old enough and I remember that small slice of Americana where we were proud to call ourselves the melting pot of the world. And the music and art and talent and innovation and creativity and leadership that came out of that era still makes everything that comes out today crap. Because what is the biggest innovation of this era? AI. They've already done studies where they've shown people who use ChatGPT and people who don't, and the people who use ChatGPT, their brain power has diminished like by 50% already, or 47%, or whatever the study said. Just because they're not having to think anymore. So a population that was weaponized through ignorance, decades and decades, because it didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen in a vacuum. Red states have been destroying education for decades, alongside the white Christian churches preaching ignorance and hatred for fellow Americans as Christian godliness, combined to create this population that reads at a second, third grade level collectively, if at all, some not at all, so that they can be easily manipulated, weaponized against themselves. It's a proven playbook. So education and empowerment are the two biggest things that drive democracy. And those are the two biggest things that they've gone after to destroy. So we're going to put an end to that shit. I love you. I love every single one of you. I'm George Delara. I want to be our next president or help find that diamond in the rough, that regular, middle of the road American. I want to inspire to find that person. It doesn't have to be me. I'll say it again. I think the best mom will be the best president would be a single mom who raised 3, 4 kids on her own, despite her idiot husband, and all those kids thrive. That's leadership. That's overcoming. And that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to overcome this golden age of ignorance and hatred that has been unleashed on our nation built on freedom. Enough of that shit. I love you. I'm George Delara. Crazy and impossible. The oligarchs are not going to promote any of this. I'll get 300, 400 views within 30 seconds and then they shut it down. It's not a coincidence. All the platforms, not just this one. But even despite that, we've reached over 2 million Americans. Thanks to you. Thanks to you sharing. I have no budget. I'm a regular, middle-of-the-road American who has been chewed up, spit out, and digested by this country that I love so much. Yet I'm here still, madly in love with it, and madly in love with every single one of you, and want you all to thrive and to succeed. Not just a handful, not just those that like me, all of you, even the beta boy bitch ass lickers. I love all of you. So God bless you. God bless the American people. And I guarantee you folks, we'll get through this. Love and intelligence, keep up the protesting, keep up the pressure. You see that they have to bend their knees when the American people unite. Let's show them who we are. And let's get these beta boy bitches back into their holes. And we're going to prosecute. God bless you. Crazy and impossible.